Chapter 3. Meanwhile, the Lisbon family is holding an engagement party at their house. They invited all their friends and family, who were all influential and wealthy people. When Sebastian arrived, "I'm sorry I didn't meet you properly after your long trip, Mr. Wilder. How is your mentor?" This is Clement's main concern. It was Sebastian's mentor who saved him from his severe illness 15 years ago. Thanks to his mentor, Clement agreed to reconcile his only daughter with Sebastian. "Unfortunately, my mentor has passed away." Sebastian looked sad. He was adopted by his mentor at the age of 7 after his parents died at a young age. His mentor taught him all kinds of things and became his closest family. Unfortunately, he passed away a few days ago. "Passed away? It's a shame," said Clement. He then asked Sebastian, "How much did you learn from your mentor?" "Unfortunately, I learned very little. My mentor was the real genius between the two of us." Sebastian's answer to Clement's question was very humble. He had actually learned almost all of his mentor's arts and even surpassed his mentor in some of them. "Just a little? What are you doing here?" Clement asked with a darkening expression. He treated her the other way around. Sebastian's mentor is the one he wants to befriend. If Sebastian has learned almost nothing from his mentor, what value is he to Clement? "I'm here to fulfill the engagement," Sebastian said and pulled out the signed contract. Which alley did this scumbag come from? Did he think Ms. Lisbon was eligible to marry him just because of a useless contract? Bullshit. Yes. Does he think someone like him can marry Ms. Lisbon? Just dream. Get out of here. The guests started shouting at Sebastian just because his outfit was so simple today. The Lisbon family is rich, and Maria is a beautiful young woman. Sebastian looked too scruffy compared to her. All the guests came here to give Maria their congratulations because today is her engagement party. Clement's expression was now very evil. He hadn't forgotten about Maria's engagement to Sebastian, but so many years had passed without seeing anything from Sebastian's mentor. Clement thought that Sebastian's mentor had forgotten about it or didn't want to pursue it anymore, so he planned to marry his son to someone else. Sebastian's sudden arrival comes as a shock. But Clement is more relieved that he made the right decision after hearing of Sebastian's mentor's death. "Even though you and Maria are engaged, I thought you and your mentor decided not to continue it because it's been a while since I heard about you. So let's just stop the engagement," Clement said coldly. Sebastian smiled. "Without my mentor, you would have died 15 years ago. But now you are ending the engagement? Don't you have a heart? Your face is thick," Clement shouted angrily. "I'll leave you alone now for your mentor, but don't say I didn't warn you when you use me again next time." Suddenly, a woman approached and said flatly, "Why should I marry a grumpy provincial like you? Go away. Just seeing you makes my head hurt. She is Maria Lisbon, you beautiful and touching woman. Even so, she cannot be compared to Lillian." A young man was walking with Mary. He pulled her into his arms and said, "My name is Tyler Cadwell, the sole heir to the Cadwell family and the Cadwell Corporation. How stupid would a healer like you be to try to take Maria away from me? Hurry up and leave before I tell my people to teach you a lesson." Maria screamed in disgust. She was the only child in her family, so it was impossible for her to marry an exile like Sebastian. Tyler is her favorite. Sebastian grinned sarcastically as he stared at the angry faces of the people around him. "I was ordered by my mentor to make your life miserable 10 years before he died, Clement Lisbon. But now, it seems I don't have to. I'm healthy so I don't need that," Clement sighed. "What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to leave?" Maria asked. He then ordered the bodyguards. "Teach him a lesson. Maria will not let anyone ruin her engagement party today." Several bodyguards came immediately ready to beat Sebastian. "That's enough," Clement shouted and the bodyguards were stunned. He doesn't want to do any more drama right now, especially since the engagement party is still going on. Sebastian grinned sarcastically as he stared at the angry faces of the people around him. I was ordered by my mentor to make your life miserable 10 years before he died, Clement Lisbon. But now, it seems I don't have to. I'm healthy, so I don't need that, Clement sighed. What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to leave? Maria asked. He then ordered the bodyguards. Teach him a lesson. Maria will not let anyone ruin her engagement party today. Several bodyguards came immediately ready to beat Sebastian. That's enough, Clement shouted, and the bodyguards were stunned. He doesn't want to do any more drama right now, especially since the engagement party is still going on. He then wrote $1 million check and made it out to Sebastian. Here's $1 million in compensation. Now, go. A tramp like you won't earn this much in your whole life. So just take that and run away. Leave the engagement contract too. Maria snorted. Sebastian didn't even look up to see it. He said to Clement, if this is the value of 15 years of your life? $1 million? It's like the small one? Clement yelled, get ready, kid. Even the factory won't hire you. If you don't leave now, you'll never get this much money. Maria stepped forward and snatched the engagement contract from Sebastian's hands. He tears it apart. Sebastian didn't stop him. Instead, he smirked and said, I hope none of you regret your decision. I hope none of you Lisbons try to beg me to help them in the future either. Please? Are you crazy? We are a powerful family that is even more powerful now that the Cadwell family is with us. Why should we superiors beg for a dust like you? Laughter erupted from the audience and they thought Sebastian was a fool. The Smith family is here. Someone shouted from outside the house. Immediately everyone fell silent and the Smith family appeared in their minds. They are the richest family in all of Ravenview City. They peeked outside the house and watched as a woman in a white dress entered. She is unbelievably beautiful. For a long time, Maria believed that she was beautiful, but now, she seems to have shrunk. The truth is, all the girls at the party, whether heiresses, wives, or girlfriends, are very jealous right now. She's so beautiful, she's like a goddess. I have long heard of Ms. Smith's extraordinary beauty. Who would have thought the rumors were true? The men at the party were amazed and lust burned in their eyes. Tyler, who was happily engaged to Maria earlier, suddenly had lust in his eyes when he saw Lillian. Maria is no longer attractive in his eyes now. What is Ms. Smith doing here? Is she here to attend Ms. Lisbon's engagement party? Ms. Smith represents the most powerful family in our city. The Smiths must have really respected the Lisbon family if they sent their son here. Maybe they are doing this for the Cadwell family as well. Even if the Lisbons are not equal to the Cadwells, they are still a rich family. The guests started talking to each other. The people of Lisbon are very anxious. Clement hurried over to Lillian and said, Welcome to our house, Ms. Smith. You have truly blessed us with your presence. I hope you can forgive us for not welcoming you properly. The other Lisbons hurried, not wanting to miss the chance to meet Lillian. They will benefit greatly if they just make a good impression on him. Get out of my way, you bastard. Maria glared at Sebastian before running to Lillian. He's from the Smith family? Sebastian exclaimed in shock. He didn't expect that the girl he was with last night was the daughter of the most powerful family in Ravenview City.